to what Iran has been doing.
Shalom. All
Well,
praises,
Major,
glory, and
Israel is
honor to
certainly
Yahweh,
engaged in a
Bahashem Yahushai,
multi-pronged
Bahashem
effort
HaKadosh.
to diminish
Double honors
Iran's
unto the
ability
apostles and
to
elders of
strike
GMS, to the true
Israel
leaders of Israel
in a
today,
variety of ways. That's
and
why
salutations
Israel
to all
has
of the
been
Akim
striking
who do this work in
targets in
truth and
Lebanon,
sincerity, risking their
Gaza,
lives and their
Syria,
freedom
and
to do
other
so,
places. This
as well as the
retaliatory
scattered
strike
Israelites
by
who come looking at the
Israel
heathen
into
but are not,
Iran
by way
is
of their
in
forefathers'
response to
seeds, were
Iranian
Islamic men.
escalation.
The true name
I
of the Most High is
would point
Yahweh,
our
and his sons
viewers
is
to the very
Yahushai,
carefully
and the Lord
worded
of the chosen
statement that
people are the
Israeli
so-called
Defense
Negroes,
Forces
Latinos, and
just
Native
issued,
Americans, as were
in
the ones
which
who
they
suffer
highlight the
under the
fact that they
curses
have
in the
retaliated
book of
against
Deuteronomy.
military
My
targets,
name
not
is
against
Zakalia,
oil
and I'm from the GMS
infrastructure
Jamaica
or
Kingston
nuclear
camp,
sites.
and
This is
literally
a
in the news
retaliation against
going
military
on right
targets
now.
based upon Iran
Okay,
sending an
Israel
unprecedented
attack
number
on
of
Iran
missiles and drones
underway,
into
IDF
Israel
says.
several weeks ago.
Israeli
I will
Defense Force,
also
so it's
note that
underway.
Israel took its
All
time
right,
in
literally
implementing
happening
this
right
retaliatory
now.
strike. They took their
Okay, and it's
time
the
so that they could
retaliation
bolster their own
from October
defenses. As
1st,
our colleague Charlie
right?
Daggett
That
just
missile
mentioned,
attack,
the U.S. missile defense
right?
system and other assets,
Which we've all been
as
waiting
well as
for to
enabling the
see what's going to
United
happen
States and
here.
other
Now, this is
countries to
currently happening,
extensively
crisis in the
enhance
Middle
protection
East.
at our
You know, it's
own
going to
facilities
continue
in
to
the
be that
region.
crisis
A
over
big
there
concern here for the
because that's
United
the place of
States is the
contention that the
safety and
Lord
security,
Yahweh
of
Shemeshah
course,
hath
of
set
U.S.
up
personnel in the
for this
region.
World War III
And
prophecy
just
to take
yesterday, the
place.
State Department
Okay.
issued a threat advisory
The scriptures
indicating
say
an
that the
enhanced
second
threat
woe is
level
past, and
against
behold, the
U.S. and
third woe
Israeli
cometh quickly, and
targets.
that
So
third woe is World
overall,
War III.
Israel is
Right?
signaling that this is
Now, let's
solely
take a
against
listen just a
military
little bit at
targets,
what they're saying
and
here.
U.S. officials are certainly on high alert for any threats that may come to U.S. personnel overseas. Major.
I want to go back to Charlie Daggett at the Pentagon. Charlie, not only have the United States military been a presence there for a very long time, expanding it as you indicated, the Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, just left the region. Tremendous engagement between the Biden administration and the Netanyahu government about this response. Put that in some context, if you please.
Yeah, well, Major, this has all been about timing, okay? So for the past 3.5 weeks, we've been waiting for the Israeli response, the Israeli retaliation. Of course, we didn't expect that was going to happen during a time that the United States Secretary of State was actually in Israel, but it's been hard to tell with the Israelis because they haven't been giving a lot of advance warning for any of the attacks, any of the military operations that they have undergone. Even in terms of this building itself, in terms of speaking to the officials here. So that has something to do with the timing, the Secretary of State being there, the death of Yahya Sinwar, the idea that the hostage negotiations may be underway. They didn't want to necessarily interrupt or foil that. He's no longer in this specific region, so that may have had something to do with the timing. And remember, just a couple of days ago, there was that intelligence leak that came out that had U.S. surveillance looking at...
Okay. In other words, whatever narrative that they want to put out there as a reason as to why they are attacking Iran, and whatever they put out there out in their mass media, we're dealing with the devil, right? We're dealing with the devil. It's all about great deception and lies. Okay, that's this creature. Okay, so there are definitely all kinds of ulterior motives and other things that are going on behind closed doors as to why this is going on. But at the forefront of all of it, regardless of the happenings, it is all the plan of Yahweh Shemeshah to bring about this World War III. And I mentioned that area of contention over there when we saw the map, right? And it's in the book of Joel chapter 2 and verse 20. But I'll remove far off from you the northern army, which is talking about the US and NATO, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the east sea, which is the Euphrates River, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea, which is the Red Sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he hath done great things. All right. So when you look at your map, you look at the Red Sea, the East Sea over there, that area between it, right? And that land that is barren and desolate is the land of Saudi Arabia. All right. So that's that area, right? And it's going to continue to be, right? Because the Lord is gathering them over there. Right? He's putting a spirit upon the heathen to go to war. When Joel chapter 3 and verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. All right, so the Lord is gathering them all up in one place to judge them. All right, and that's why this is all going on. Let's see what's going on right now with this breaking news. Going back to it. They're on commercial break. There it is. Israel launches retaliatory attack on Iran. So those are the missiles. Ooh. Okay. I wonder where they targeted. Because surely whatever that hits is annihilated, right? Yeah. And so now when this has all occurred, what's going to happen? Is Iran going to respond at this point in time? Maybe, maybe not. But we know that it's not going to respond in a way that will bring about World War III within the fullness of the prophecy, right? Where they are at full war over there, leading towards, the loss of America and her allies over there against their enemies, which is Russia, Iran, and the rest of those allies, right? To then, the ICBM missiles being used and shot at America, right? We can't reach that point unless the mark of the beast prophecy, which is that microchip, is made mandatory worldwide. Okay, but we have a whole bunch of stuff that is happening within that prophecy right there, the mark of the beast prophecy. While this is going on, the system is being implemented and it is being sold to the masses. All right, I seen a video that a brother did the other day, and there's this video that he played at the beginning of it, that is literally the system coming in, literally the microchips coming in. Okay, and I believe it was I don't want to say it because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I need to go back, but I remember the video. There's like a female in it, and it had her husband and her child, and they were selling it to the people about an offer on use and all that kind of stuff. And it's just getting people used to the idea of this new way of living. All right, so that prophecy is building up swiftly. Okay, but the destruction cannot come until it is fulfilled. And so we see all of this going on, the back and forth between Israel and Iran, right? We know Russia's in the wings because based off of biblical prophecy in Ezekiel chapter 38, it says that Russia shall be a guard unto them, a guard unto Russia's allies, which includes Iran, right? It says Persia, right? The Iranians are the Persians, who are the biblical Elamites, okay? So Russia's waiting in the wings. We know they're going to go to their defenses eventually. And then, of course, America's in the wings to defend Israel, the state of Israel, because in the scriptures it says it as well. It says that the least of the flock shall draw them out, and that he shall make their habitation desolate with them, right? Shall draw out Babylon, which is America, to go to war, and they're going to lose, right? Corresponding to the scripture in Joel chapter 2 and verse 20, or matching, okay, in other words, right? So all of this is going to be taking place eventually, but it is not quite time as yet. Okay, once again, we'll see what happens here. But everything can truly escalate very quickly, because when you look at the point that we're at, look at where we're at with the World War III prophecy, where it's at right now, it really is quite close, right? How it's developed, the point where it's to right now, where you have two opposing sides going back at it, with the major players, Russia and America, standing in the wings. Then you have the mark of the beast prophecy with these central bank digital currencies, these digital identification systems especially, right? Because that central bank digital currency is going to be put onto that digital identification system. So that you really need to keep an eye out on that digital identification system, because it is the all for one use that is going to be taken and stored on a database, and that is going to be what is your biometric identity is going to be attached to it, and it's going to be an all for one use for an individual, where it is going to be their method of payment, right? Payment, going to the doctor, accessing government services, accessing the internet, accessing telecommunications by way of the phone. Your SIM is going to be connected to your digital identity. Okay, all of these kinds of things leading to that microchip, the hour of temptation in Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10 that it talks about. This is where we're heading towards. And this devil is going to get ready. The scriptures say in Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12 that he knoweth that he hath but a short time. He's coming with great wrath, right? So when it says that he really starts to put, like, everything in motion, which is all the plans of the Lord, that has everything set at an appointed time. So when the Lord sets Esau to go about and start to bring the Lord's judgment at a certain level, Jacob's trouble, that's where we're heading towards, right? We're heading towards some very chaotic times. But I think this is Revelation chapter 13 I'm looking for. Let's see. All right, and we're heading towards this point, 2 Ezra chapter 13 and verse 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. And this is the prophecy of the World War III that is coming. Let's go back to this and see if there are any updates. No, they still on commercial break? Okay, well, it is what it is. Okay, that's just an update with what's going on, literally breaking news, and more to come. With that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemeshai, Bashim Kakodesh, Shalom.